All right, so today we're going to be concentrating on getting the diff done. So I've got the new seal for the front. Made an order with S&G Barrett. I got a new gasket to go behind that, and I got the big ass O-rings that seal the output shafts once I get it taken apart. I went to Harbor Freight and got a 24-inch simulated crescent wrench. 23 bucks or something with my 20% off coupon to get that giant nut off. And let's see, then we also got the needle bearings for the bottom of the lower, I guess that'd be an H-arm, right? No, like a capital I. Needle bearings in here, new sleeves that go inside them, and the seals that go in there. It's really complicated how that goes together. And then, let's see, so that should get that all put back together. These are the universal joints I bought on Amazon that they delivered within like 12 hours Monday morning, but they're wrong for the drive shafts, but I think that they're right for the main drive shaft. So I'll pull him out and make sure that they fit. I think I'll have one to send back. But both Rock Auto and Amazon said that those were right for the E-type, and it looks like the universals on the main drive shaft are smaller than the ones on the output shafts that go there. For those, I ordered the Euro ones. Euro is now an OEM supplier to modern Jaguar. And both their catalog and the Rock Auto site said that those are the right ones for these output shafts. And I only need 3 because I can't get that one apart, so it's gonna stay the way it is. So I am going to start with trying to get these off, because I suspect in order to get that apart, I'm going to have to put levers on the output shafts in order to keep this thing from turning. And we'll take them up, clean them, paint them, and put the new seal on, and then put it back. And the way that you do that is a little dot on the end, and then you mark the face of the nut, and you put the nut back on so that it matches back up. And that way you don't have to worry about replacing the crush tube and all that kind of stuff. The inside of that thing is immaculate, so I'm not worried about that. Anyway, I'm gonna get started, see if I can figure out how to get this thing off. All right, well, the giant crescent wrench worked a treat. Had Derek hold the crowbar between the output bolts, and it all came apart without any fuss. Now the weird thing is that the seals aren't the ones I bought. These seem to have the later style with it, where it's a real oil seal and not just a O-ring. Jaguar kind of made production changes on a whim. It's probably the right way to phrase it. And so that's good. It's bad because I don't have the seals. So I'll have to see what I'm going to do about that. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and get these parts all cleaned up. The bearings are look immaculate and roll really smooth. So we're going to be sticking with that. I may go ahead and put these in the evaporest and see if it cleans them up, because there's, you know, obviously rust back there before I paint them. Alright, so we're going to do chelating of these parts to get the rust off of them, and to get it to go quickly, I'm going to put it on my hot plate. I'll have to use my infrared thermometer to monitor the temperature, because I don't think this thing can go low enough, because what I'd really like to maintain is about 140 degrees, and that'll clean those pieces up really fast. I washed them so there isn't any grease on them, well, as much as I could get, and hit them with a wire brush, which got some of the heavier rust off since the chelate is consumed. As it removes the rust, you know, anything we can take off beforehand saves us chelate solution. So I'm going to put this on there. I'm going to fill the bucket up with the chelate to right about there, right below where the seal would go, and not that it would hurt it, but since I'm using evaporest, it you know, leave it all sticky, and that just be more to wash off. So gonna get that started. I was pouring it in there from the 5-gallon bucket. I got some dripped out, so I've got to rinse that down, because otherwise it will form a gelatinous goo like that. It's all sticky and nasty.
Puppy. Scare Captain?
He's in the garage. I'm gonna take it up to 140 and then I'm gonna let it cool down. Alright, so it's probably been 45 minutes or so. And I went ahead and took this out and just hit it with the handheld wire brush. You can see that the rust is coming off. But again, since this is a product that is consumed by the rust, as much as possible, I want to get the rust off mechanically, just so that it lasts longer. So now I'll do this one, but this is how it comes out. You can see that there's still the black rust in the pits, but the good thing about doing it with chelation is that the liquid gets in the pits. The last round of qualifying for Formula 1 is on its way. And everything to be submerged. Probably losing some liquid because of evaporation, obviously. All right, so it's time to pull this off. What I did was there was already the little hole there, and so I used the spring-loaded punch to make a corresponding mark. So there will come out, put the crowbar in here to hold this, and we'll pull that off, pull this out, change the seal. I'm not sure if that needs derusting or not. Yeah, it looks like it's got a little flash rust, so we'll scrub it up and put it in there too. And then we'll paint that with the epoxy and then duplicate wheel paint, and it'll be good to go. All right, we got that nut off. It was not easy. Ended up using that pry bar with the cheetah bar, and did get it to come off. So now I'm going to use my super high quality 3-prong puller. Let's see if we can get that off. Well, I was joking before, but turns out that I wasn't making as good a progress as I thought. So, I don't know if I have another puller. All right, we got the flange out. It was a bitch. It did not want to come. But with big enough lever, you can move the world. So, got it out. I degreased it and hit it with the wire brush a little bit just to clean it up. You can still see that there's still some rust on it. So we will put it in the bath with the rest of the stuff. Tomorrow I'll drill a little hole in the old seal, put a sheet metal screw in it, and see if we can't get that out without too much muss and fuss. The seals, I might have mentioned this before, for the output shafts, none of the usuals list them. So I list them for the old cars and then list them for the new cars, but they don't list them for the Series 2s. Just kind of skip it. And they all do it, so I'm not sure. From what I could tell on SNG Barrett's site, the older cars had a seal, but it was 3/8 of an inch thick, where this one is around 5/8. And I think, though you can't see the size on it, that the Series 3 used 5/8 inch thick ones. So that may be what it is, but I'll wait till Monday and I'll call them and find out.